In what could be best described as the restoration of a national pride, the Bankers Committee of Nigeria have completed the renovation and upgrading of facilities at the National Theatre, Iganmu, Lagos. The renovation exercise commenced in July 2021 following approval by the Federal Government of Nigeria and the subsequent handover of the national edifice to the Bankers Committee. By restoring the glory of an iconic asset, the Bankers Committee aims to unlock opportunities for youth in the creative sector, leading to job creation, income generation, foreign exchange generation, thereby developing a creative and entertainment center with the much needed community spaces for Nigerians. The facilities were upgraded to match the best standard of theater and performance in the world. The entire heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems were replaced. Some 45 years ago, the Second World Black African Festival of Art tagged FESTAC 77 was held in Nigeria, which brought together over 15,000 participants from over 70 Black and African countries and communities worldwide. It was indeed a showcase of rich cultural heritage that resonates till date. At the time it took place, it was the second celebration of World Black and African Festival of Art and Culture, as the first edition was held in Dakar, Senegal in 1966. Why was it the largest Pan-African gathering? The festival brought together over 15,000 participants from over 70 Black and African countries and communities worldwide. At the festival, major activities that took place were dance, music, art and exhibition, drama, colloquium, boat regatta and the Durbar, which featured over 3,000 horses in Kaduna State, with the grand patron of FESTAC 77 as the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who was then a Lieutenant General at the Nigerian Armed Force and Head of State of the Federal Military Government. The event was an assembly of Blacks and Africans all over the world that held for a whole month in Nigeria and brought people of all races and nationalities to Nigeria in celebration of their art and culture. In fact, according to information curated by the Center for Black and African Art and Civilization, the construction of the National Theatre was completed in 1976 in preparation for the festival in 1977. The National Theatre was established with regards to the presentation, preservation and promotion of art and culture in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Therefore, the theatre kicked off its operations with FESTAC 77. Countries that participated came from worldwide and included most of the African countries such as Gambia, Senegal, Mozambique, South Africa, Swaziland, Ghana, Libya, Zambia, Togo, Guinea-Bissau, Sudan, Algeria, Mali, Sierra Leone, Tunisia, Liberia, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, Zaire and Congo. Others include Benin, Cameroon, Gabon, Mauritius, Niger, Somalia, Equatorial Guinea, Egypt, Malagasy, Mauritania, Botswana, Lesotho, Chad, Central Africa, Upper Volta, Morocco and Angola. USA came with representatives from several different states. South American countries also included Brazil, Guyana, Cuba and Haiti. Europe had representatives from England and Ireland. Australia had representatives from their continent. Canada also had its own representatives, while the Caribbean was represented by Antigua, Barbados, Grenada, Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. The first phase of the Central Bank of Nigeria's led rehabilitation of the National Theatre was completed as far back as 2022 and hosted the United Nations World Tourism Organization and Federal Government of Nigerian Conference. Also recall that the CBN and Bankers Committee in 2020 collectively agreed to invest over 65 billion naira to rehabilitate the National Theatre and return it to its former glory, whilst working closely with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture and Ministry of Youth and Sport Development and also the Lagos State Government. Over the past years, a complex rehabilitation project has rebuilt the heart of the National Theatre. More than 70 historic sculptures, mosaics, resins, brass and wood friezes, and stained glass artworks form part of the original design, with each needing to be protected during renovations or in some cases removed and restored before being replaced. Currently, the National Theatre has been restored to its original glory. The rehabilitation of the National Theatre includes a 5,000-seater main amphitheatre comparable to anything else in the world, which is located in the middle of the building, flanked by 2 world-class cinema rooms, banquet halls and a library. The project, according to the investors, is not just about restoring a building, but about creating an ecosystem of support for the creative sector as part of what is called the Lagos Creative and Entertainment Center. The theatre has been rehabilitated to be at the heart of a most significant development of hubs focused on supporting emerging talents in the music, film, fashion and IT sectors. The creative hubs are also built on portions of land within the 44-hectare site. The first phase, known as the Signature Cluster, consists of a building each for fashion, music, film and IT and support facilities, including a 250 car park block, a police station, a fire station and a visitors welcome center, which will house commercial and retail facilities, administration and management offices. Aside from all this mentioned, it is very important to notably highlight some of the renovated projects, which includes newly refurbished cinema halls capable of accommodating up to 200 to 500 guests respectively. The main bowl has been redesigned to accommodate 4,000 guests, while the banquet hall can seat up to 3,000 guests. Additionally, the VIP spaces, actors changing rooms, an industrial kitchen, toilet, cubicles, a clinic, fire station and lobbies have been meticulously renovated. Other facilities that have been upgraded includes the heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems, fire stations, power installations, water supply and sewage systems. The interior walkways and paintings in the various halls have also been rejuvenated with contemporary designs, adding a fresh and modern aesthetics to the historic venue. The new look National Theatre, when operational, will create jobs, generate income and grow foreign exchange earnings, thereby becoming a creative and entertainment hub, providing much needed community spaces for Nigerian youth to explore and thrive. Though located in Lagos, southwest of Nigeria, the National Theatre has held sway as one of the nation's major tourist attractions for visitors and residents in the state. To ensure the legacy tied to the multi-billion naira facility did not go the way of other institutions, the federal government found the wisdom in handing it over to a trustworthy body to facilitate its rehabilitation and bring it to a level that is accepted globally. One thing to note about this National Theatre is that when the military regime of General Yakubu Gowon envisioned and started construction for the National Art Theatre Igomu, Lagos in the early 70s, they had in mind a one-stop shop for art, a grooming center for creative people, and a national pride for the country. However, after hosting the FESTAC 77, the National Theatre became abandoned and so many of its facilities deteriorated, which was why the federal government of Nigeria saw the need to hand it over to a capable body to rehabilitate it on a public-private partnership basis, which aims to rejuvenate and revive the National Theatre. Guys, do well to drop your honest comment. Tell us what you think about this project. If you've had any experiences here before, kindly do well to share it. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.